Hey guys, welcome back, and today we finally have Climatic Queen from Miraculous Ladybug Season 6. If you don't know, it's supposed to be the first episode chronologically, but of course we can never get episodes in order. This episode was pretty interesting to say the least, especially since even though Marinette was just there, it revolved entirely on Adrien, and it actually did feel like an Adrien episode even though it wasn't marketed as one. So let's break it down. For starters, everyone is like either a YouTuber or an influencer for some reason, and I mean everyone. Chloe, Vincent, Alia, Rose even. I feel like they're trying to be a little bit too relatable, which is not exactly working. I mean, it's realistic, but also at the same time kind of annoying. It feels like as soon as Adrien decided he didn't want to be famous or anything in the public's eye, everybody else did. Literally everyone is trying to become internet famous for some reason. As for Adrien, what the heck happened to his room? It used to be so huge, it had so many things, and a proper bed for one. It gives off... He literally only has 2 outfits. The fact that Adrien is being sweet but also depressed at the same time is really sad. This kid needs help. I know I've been hating on Plaque for a while, but this episode made me like him again. In this episode, it feels like he's actually being there for Adrien and being supportive. I absolutely love that character development. Before, it felt like he was just there for the sake of being there. Or not at all. Especially since, he knows everything. Adrien is making pancakes for Natalie and himself, commenting on the fact that gays were definitely better. Sure, they were. And also asked what's his schedule for the day, to which Natalie replies that he no longer has one. Okay, here's where I have a problem with that. I know Natalie is just trying to let Adrien do whatever he wants with his life and whatnot, but you don't just dump it on him when he's used to having a schedule. That's actually pretty irresponsible of Natalie. So instead, he goes around following Marinette wherever she goes. But at least they fixed that scooter scene finally. And have I mentioned how much I absolutely love the gorilla? Not only does he protect Adrien, but also Marinette. And even though Adrien is just following around Marinette in this episode mostly, but at least it's focused on Adrien rather than Marinette. Marinette is just there as a supporting character this episode. During this entire episode, I actually grew to like Marinette again because she's been so supportive to Adrien. She tries to get him to makes him try all her stuff, all the stuff that she likes to do to find his passion. But then she sees that he's not good at any of it, and then tries to do stuff that she's not good at, which she is absolutely horrible at, and Adrien aces it, but it's still not his passion. Even so, she's still very supportive, and I absolutely love this character. Now, if this was the actual episode, the first episode we saw, I might have hope for season 6. However, since we know this isn't the first episode, and this is just one of the episodes in between, and we already know what happens after this, including sublimation, so that hope is just crushed anyway. And it turns out I was wrong. Vincent isn't the only stalker in the show. Actually, there are several, including our main character. Why do I feel like Astra is trying to make everyone a stalker so Marinette actually seems normal for once? Throughout this entire episode, Aurora, aka Stormy Weather, has been following and stalking Marinette and Adrien the entire time just so she could be number 1 on Chloe's community. Now that's weird on itself, but again, they're emphasizing way too much on the social media stuff. We get it, we're obsessed with our phones. Don't need to rub it in, which gets her akumatized. Honestly, love Lila's manipulation tactics. However, she's starting to sound like Gabriel when she says, next time I will catch you. Well, not exactly that, but still, she said next time. Chat Noir was way more useful during this fight. I absolutely loved it. Without him, they couldn't have defeated Stormy or Climatic. This is where he discovers his passion for running. The thrill that comes with being Cat Noir is equal to running. I mean, I really liked the way they saved all those people on the Eiffel Tower, so that was a nice addition. As for the end credits, this is where Adrien meets Sublime, which means Sublimation is definitely an episode after this. Honestly, this one was one of my favorite episodes of season 6. if not the best one. Not to mention Max was there for this episode. She was overshadowing or overstaying her part. She was just there to support Adrien throughout the entire episode, and it didn't feel like she was taking over everything. Adrien actually got some character development, and we talked about him the entire episode. It was a perfect mix of screen time for both our protagonists and our antagonist, the villain of the week. We had enough screen time with Aurora to know why she was upset and why she got akumatized in the first place. Chat being useful for once. And I'm really happy the way they introduced the fact that he likes running, and running is his passion, because he tried basically everything before he decided what he wants to do. And it wasn't like he was terrible at everything or didn't like anything. So running makes perfect sense. The only issue I have with this episode is the fact that why is Chloe still the cause of akumatization? Well, technically that was Aurora's own doing, but still, like, why does Ashok really hate Chloe that much that even though within the show she's moved into another city, but she's still causing problems? That's literally my only complaint. And that's all I have to say for this video. Make sure to click that subscribe button and like this video. Bye!